Hello, I have not filmed on this camera in so long and it feels really weird because I'm so used to being lo-fi on my on my camcorder. I thought today I would do a little get ready with me because I have been doing really glowy makeup, which is different. I've always had very naturally combination skin, so my T-zone often gets quite oily easily, and so I've just naturally strayed away from any kind of dewiness. It just can sometimes look greasy. I've recently been enjoying a really glowy routine, so I thought I'd show you guys. Also just do a little life update because things have changed, as you guys know and can probably tell. I can never get this thing open. Walk you guys through products that I've been really liking and, you know, that kind of stuff. I have so many new products, which I'm so excited to share with you guys. I feel like there was a while where I really wasn't buying or using any new makeup. Also, don't know if you guys can tell in this lighting, but I actually did dye my hair. It is probably a couple, I'd say like 2 shades lighter. It's hard to see. I wanted something super natural. I wanted it to basically only show through in the sunlight because I didn't want anything too drastic or crazy. This is gonna be a lighter routine. It's kind of what I've been doing to actually just make myself feel better. Working from home, being remote, and just not really taking care of myself so much because I am remote and I just don't have that structure. Really impacted my mental health. But first things first, I finally got the what is this? Glowy Super Gel in Star Glow. If you're on TikTok, you know this has been popping off. I think her name's Melody Miles. She used it under her eyes instead of concealer. Doesn't necessarily work for me, but I've really been liking it to just give me a subtle glow. I'm just tapping it on the high points on my nose and then under the eyes like she does. It definitely does not provide you with any coverage of any sort, so just be wary of that. I've been really liking this to just give that glow from within. I guess the biggest update is that you guys might have put 2 and 2 together, but I actually left my job. I was not necessarily happy. It was really impacting my personal life, and I don't think any job that you do is ever worth you sacrificing your mental health. I've been so lucky to not only have, you know, a healthy physical body, but I've honestly never really struggled with my mental health, and it makes me emotional to think about. Always tried to be very like empathetic and passionate to people who I knew were going through things, but you truly just don't know until you've gone through something like that. I digress. Oh, I've also been really liking this, what is this? Color corrector. This one's from Essence, so it's very affordable. I think it was like $4.99, but it's super pretty. I really like it, and I think it's perfect because if you are someone where you just want a little bit of brightening, but you don't necessarily need a lot of coverage, because I find that my under eyes aren't so dark that I need full coverage concealer. And then I have also been using the Tower 28 concealer. I love this stuff. It's so freaking good. I still have like the dry nose skin problem thing that I've always had. I don't know what's going on. I've also come to realize that I am more of a neutral skin tone, leaning a little bit warm, but I always thought I was just olive/warm because I swear they always just would say any Asian person has olive/warm skin tone. Yes, so I was really going through it at work. I was not happy. You guys might have known that I was medicated for a short tiny period of time. I don't know why I did that because I honestly don't think that I needed to be medicated by someone. Unsolicited advice. A beauty blender because it blends everything so easily and it just keeps it really natural without feeling like dry and cakey. Usually just my chin area has the most like scarring. I was on medication for a very brief stint, and then, well, actually I didn't even realize this was the craziest part. I accidentally forgot to take it one day, and then one day turned into like 3 days, and then I was kind of like, I wonder what happens if I just don't take it anymore. Like, will there actually be a noticeable difference to the point where I will want to go back on it? Because at this point, I just really wasn't sure. I was feeling like quite the zombie, to be honest. I had very little motivation. I kind of was just like numb to everything. Honestly, my pimples decreased so much when I left my job. I just didn't realize how badly I was going through it, to be honest. I didn't realize until I got out. I really like to use this brightener underneath here. I'll just put like a couple dots, and it kind of just like helps me do like a reverse contour. It's pretty, I like it. I actually ended up taking short-term leave for quite a while. I was on unpaid leave going through the whole process of applying through insurance. I met this wonderful, wonderful lady who wasn't my case manager, but she worked on my case when I had to do an appeal, because with anything, they make it so difficult to get any sort of resources to help you through situations like that. Honestly, it really pissed me off, because if I had no resources or money or support from my family and friends, I don't know how I would have gone through that process. There are certain things that are not covered by, you know, your standard practitioner, whatever. And one of those things is doctor's notes, and you need documentation on every doctor's visit you've gone to. You have to put in the work. I honestly didn't even want to appeal, but my doctor was like, we can't let them bully us. Honestly, like, 2 thumbs up for that guy. Really motivated me to push back. He really wanted me to advocate for myself. Like, okay, I guess I'm off work. Like, what else am I gonna do? They approved it. I've talked to like so many people. My sister is like, oh, I feel sad for you because I know how excited you were about this opportunity and this new job and everything like that. And then it just turned out to really just not be it for me, which is totally fine. It's fine to change your mind and not want to do something you once wanted to do, which was really hard for me to accept. I think a big part of me struggling to leave the place was because of the fact that, you know, I really wanted to work there. I really enjoyed my coworkers. I liked what I was doing. I was happy. It just wasn't for me. At the end of the day, it was just really hard to accept my fate. And I was getting really positive, great feedback from my team, my seniors, like everything like that, which just made it more difficult for me to vocalize how I was truly feeling. You only have one body. You feel like something is wrong, like please, please, please do not disregard what your body is telling you, even though it can be really easy to just kind of brush things off. Sorry, I'm using this really old Chanel Soleil Tanned Chanel, bronzing up my face. I like this because I've been still quite pale. The sun has just only started to come out in Toronto. Because once again, I'm trying to lean into the neutral warm kind of vibe instead of doing like super cool contours. I haven't used this Rare Beauty blush. Oh, this is not it. Looks like it because it is Rare Beauty, but that's not it. I haven't used this Rare Beauty blush in so long. It's in the shade Love, and it's kind of like this burnt orange terracotta color, but I haven't used it in so long because it is their matte formula, and if you've ever used their matte formula, you know that it stains your cheeks. It's so pigmented. Etude sent me this Nymph Aura Volumer. I have been really liking to apply and mix this to things that typically are a little bit just, you know, hard to use. Allows things to melt a little bit more and be a little bit more user-friendly. But you can see this color is like quite intense. I probably put on way too much. I was going through it, and then I realized that I have free will and I should practice my free will, and I should just, you know, maybe look into finding other opportunities. I think a lot of times most of us think that, you know, we're stuck. I'm very grateful for the support of my friends and family because I know not everyone has that. Definitely prioritize yourself if you have a safe place to do that. I miss my coworkers a lot because they were all awesome, super great people, hardworking, obviously, interesting to be unemployed, to be productive. My parents actually have their own company, so I've had the opportunity to just like help them, which has been really nice because it keeps me productive, like I said, and I don't know, it's nice to just be able to help out and like do something versus just kind of, you know, laying down and being horizontal, which that is literally what I did for so long. I did not move, did not do anything. It was crazy. I don't know a time in my life where I was ever like that. So yeah, that was a little wild, a little crazy moment. I got this new setting spray, and it is Water Glow Makeup Setting Fix. I got it from like an Asian beauty store. When it comes in this kind of canister, aerosol canister, you just know it's gonna be so finely, like you just know the atomizer is gonna be so good because it's pressurized and it's gonna be so even. The only thing is it smells like baby powder. It just really melts everything in. We're almost done. I'm gonna actually put their website here if you guys are interested in shopping, but they essentially, my mom, this is her passion project. It was the company that put me and my siblings all throughout university. You know, it supported our family so much, so it means a lot to my family and I. I'll put my code, I'll also put the link here on the screen and then also in the description box below. They do canvas carry-alls, bags, totes, backpacks, you name it. My parents have worked super hard on it. Now I'm going in with the One Size Loose powder. Guys, I think my last job actually prematurely aged me. My under eyes be suffering. Not good. My parents were actually so supportive, and I think that's very rare in Asian culture. I saw a video recently that said you should do a light dusting of powder on your face first, so then it's an even coat, and then go in with, you know, a sponge and tap it on your hand so it's even. But then it won't stick to any dry bits of skin because it's not uneven. So it's kind of weird because I'm holding it up. I don't know why I'm so used to like holding it so high up. Is that normal? I'm using glowy products underneath because then I don't have to worry. I can set it all and then it's still like glowy from within. Go in really quickly with my tiny baby NARS bronzer. Sweep it under the cheekbones, give myself that color back. I just like to keep it really natural. I still see my coworkers here and there. I went for coffee with one of them not too long ago, and then I also went for dinner last night with one of them. I'm not doing content creation full-time at the moment. I am very active on TikTok though. I will say that once I was very depressed, I turned to sourdough. I have not stopped baking and cooking since. It gives me a lot of joy and satisfaction to be able to recreate things. I am very goal driven because when I do make something, I want it to come out good because I want to share it with people. I want to, you know, brighten up someone's day with something. And you guys might know if you do follow me on TikTok that I am starting to give away samples for free for my starter. I've dehydrated Clara. I am absorbing all the cost myself, and I feel like I don't really know what the direction of this is moving in. I've just bought some envelopes, some craft bags, and then I am going to start sealing and packaging everything. I also bought a little custom stamp, which I'm so freaking excited for. It's so cute. I designed it. I'm just so freaking ecstatic. Now I'm just gonna do my brows. I've been keeping my brows really simple. I barely even like fill them in now because my hair is slightly lighter, so I feel like my eyebrows don't need to be as dark. Just fill in the tail end. Kind of nice to feel like myself again. I love my community on there. Everyone is so supportive. The trad wives do be liking making sourdough bread. I will not lie. They do be loving that shit. Rare to be person of color, minority, being in the community. They've been very, very sweet. Like, I have no problems with anyone. Everyone's been so freaking nice. I honestly don't get, do you guys just see my beauty blender fly? I honestly don't get more joy out of anything other than, you know, really helping someone figure out their starter or, you know, get a perfect first load. Love language through feeding people, which is not such a bad thing, you know. I don't know what else to update you guys on. I'm really excited to package my sourdough starter. Curl my eyelashes and then do a little bit of mascara. Ow, fuck. I don't know why I thought I could do that without properly having a mirror. Why are my eyelashes so crusty looking? I got a new mascara because everyone keeps selling out the other one. This is from Daisic, and it's their Mood Up Mascara Long and Curl. I do really like the packaging. It is very cute, but kind of annoying that they sold out my favorite mascara. Rare Beauty Tinted Lip Oil and Hope. I have another one, and I swear they just all end up being the same color anyway, so if you get one of the pink ones, I feel like you're good. And then lastly, I'm just topping off my lips with this Kylie gloss, high gloss in Slept On. Once again, trying to lean more into like the peachy colors because apparently that's what suits me, but it's peachy and has gold flecks of sparkle. And there we have it. Maybe I'll show you in better lighting. I guess this lighting wasn't terrible, but here's a little bit more close up. Anyways, that's it for my get ready with me / updates on my life. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this video wasn't boring, but it was just nice to just sit down and actually like catch up and, you know, update you guys on what the happenings in my life are, because things have definitely changed, and that's okay. Change is difficult, but I think being positive about it and, you know, accepting what it is a part of life, and you will naturally attract the things that are meant for you. What is meant for me won't pass me by. I don't get upset at missed opportunities, especially if I put in the effort, because it just wasn't meant for me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, I will have my parents' business and a code linked below for you guys if you guys are interested at all. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are in general about the website and the products and everything like that. Bye! I hope you guys have a great week, and I am hoping to make a return to once a week once I have fully recovered.